If Walter Dunlap's the name, what can I do for you?
I'm looking for somebody.
His name, please.
Forget it. I'll find him myself.
Now, we're the best around. Satisfaction guaranteed.
Satisfaction guaranteed?
Guaranteed.
You can find anybody?
Anybody.
Anybody at all?
If the person is alive. Dead?
Dead, I wouldn't be satisfied. Look. The person that I'm looking for, he's, what I mean is, what's your name?
Walter, just Walter.
Oh, Walter. Look, this isn't going to be your run-of-the-mill job. See, this one's different.
In our line of business, we're accustomed to surprises. If it wasn't going to be different and difficult, you wouldn't need us, would you? You could use the phone book. Have you tried the phone book?
I told you this one's different.
Now, just please give me a chance. I have a feeling this is going to be very challenging. Now, why don't you first look over our customer satisfaction guarantee? See, you pay nothing until we locate the person you're looking for. The only thing you risk is the time it takes to give us the information we need to get started. Deal? All right. Your name, please.
Donald Koblenz.
All right. Address?
1642 North 19th Street.
Profession?
Physician.
A medical doctor?
Yeah.
Place of employment?
Millie's Diner.
You're a staff physician for a restaurant chain?
Not exactly.
Well, what exactly?
Look, put down busboy.
This is different. Salary?
$100 a week, plus tips, $150 a week average.
Don, listen, this is going to be a little expensive. Are you
You'll
sure?
get your money.
I'm just asking. Name of missing person?
You won't laugh.
I promise.
God. I'm looking for God.
The God?
Yeah.
Really?
Really.
G-O-D. Last known address of missing person?
How would I know? My mother says you find him in church. I never had the pleasure. She speaks for herself. I read in a book once that you find him in people.
Mm-hmm. Which people? Yourself or in others?
I guess both.
You've looked deeply within yourself and you've found nothing.
Nothing.
And you've looked for him in other people and he wasn't there either.
You got it. Skipped town, blew the scene, AWOL, you name it, he's done it.
I see. I see. Describe the missing person, please.
Very smart.
Mm.
Very firm.
Yes.
Lays down the law, sees that you obey it. You follow his rules. He takes care of you. You don't. He sees you get it.
I see. Like a father or like a policeman?
Like a policeman.
Oh. Strict and stern or mellow and happy?
Strict and stern.
I see. And when you get close, like a porcupine or like a teddy bear?
I never got close.
I see. What was the reason for the missing person's absence, please?
He got disgusted with me.
I think we'd be more comfortable in my office. Do you mind? Please.
Okay. Listen, I'm not blaming him for taking off.
You really think that you drove God away?
Why not? I drove everyone else away.
Well, why are you looking for him now?
Because I can't stand it anymore. I gotta have it out with him face to face.
Have what out with him?
I got shafted and I didn't deserve it. And I can't live with this anger anymore. I feel like I'm going to explode.
All right, excuse me. You're going to have to be a little patient with me. I'm a little slow now. How did you get shafted?
Listen, I trusted people. I always trusted people. If someone told me something, I believed them. If they made me a promise, I believed they were going to keep it.
Like who?
Like my father.
This business trip will only last 2 weeks, and I'll be home for good.
Then we go to the ball game, just the two of us. Promise?
Promise? How would you like to go to the mountains? Just you and me, camping.
That'd be swell.
We're gonna do a lot of things together, kid. Just as soon as I'm home to stay. Remember, you're my buddy. My very special buddy.
And that was almost the last time I ever saw him. Later, I found out that 2-week sales trip was the beginning of a fling with his secretary.
That must have hurt.
No birthday cards, no Christmas presents, not even a phone call, nothing. Till he was almost dying. And that was a little late.
I'm grateful you came. Well, they tell me you became a doctor. That's terrific. It's really great. Really made something of yourself. No thanks to me. I'm so sorry, son.
Why didn't you write? Or call all these years?
I was ashamed.
I'm your son? I was your son? Weren't you curious?
Oh, sure. Curious. Oh, God, sure. Oh, I just kept putting it off and putting it off. I couldn't face you.
He said he was sorry.
Come on. Words. Cheap. Words are cheap.
How about your mother?
What about my mother?
What did she love you?
In her way, for whatever it was worth.
Dawn, come here, honey. You're all I have now. Oh, you're such a good boy. Now, you never leave your mother. No. You never hurt her. Oh, Don, I love you so much. You're my whole life now. Yeah, my whole life.
What a trip she laid on me. I was just a little kid, and she made me responsible for her whole life.
You make very harsh judgments. Coffee?
No, thanks.
Now, isn't it possible, just possible, that mixed in with her own emotional needs was some real love? Some genuine concern for you?
Oh, yeah, sure, but it was always what she wanted, and she got it regardless.
You mean to tell me, even as an adult, you always did what she wanted rather than what you wanted?
I guess.
Well, if that's the fact, isn't that as much your fault as hers?
But I didn't always do what she wanted. I mean, she liked Karen, but she thought we should wait to get married. And I didn't want to wait, and Karen didn't want to wait. So we got married.
I love you, Don. I'll always love you.
You looked very happy.
I was very happy. God, I was so happy.
What's all this?
I've been thinking.
Thinking what?
Thinking I'd like a slightly larger family.
That's funny.
What?
I've been thinking the same thing.
You know what else?
What?
I think we better get started.
Yes, Doctor.
Well, at least you had your moments.
Oh, it wasn't real. Don't you see? It was a dream, and I bought it all.
The president said today, our brave men have withstood the enemy at great personal cost. And because they have, the light of liberty burns bright in Vietnam tonight, and freedom-loving men in all parts of the world have new hope because of the courage of these gallant heroes.
Honey, sit down. I need to talk to you.
Ooh, that sounds serious.
An Army recruiter came by today and told us that they're very short on doctors over there.
Do you want to go?
No, I don't.
But you think you should go?
I don't know. Just because Pete went doesn't mean that I have to go. But there are other people that are putting themselves out, and...
There's no sin in being happy.
I know. I have you, we have the baby, things are going great at the clinic, I have everything. But our guys over there, they have nothing. They don't know what they're fighting for, who they're fighting against. At any minute, a guy could step on a landmine or get hit by a sniper.
How long are they asking for?
2 years.
Well, it's not so long. We'll be all right.
I'm gonna miss you like crazy.
Do you get leave?
Sure. 30 days a year.
Boy, are they gonna be fun.
So you signed up?
I was ready to give my all for my country, to fight the enemies of freedom. What I didn't know was that they intended to take more than that.
Don, you got that body count report?
C.S.P.
Oh, that's it? The old man's gonna think this battalion's been sitting on its hands.
Oh, the Kong?
Oh, not just the Kong. Any bodies. Bodies, that's what they want, bodies.
Form says enemy dead.
It's just a game.
What do you mean it's a game?
Look, you just give them what they want. You make the brass feel good.
Almost 2/3 of those bodies are villagers. They're women and children. They got caught in a crossfire. They're no more Kong than you or me.
Yeah, well, when in doubt, they're all enemy.
But they're the people we were sent here to protect.
Not anymore.
Oh, it was a hell of a war.
Yes, it was.
I became a doctor to save lives. And over there, I was helping to destroy them.
Did you tell Karen how you felt?
No, it would have only upset her. My dearest Karen, I miss you terribly. My suite in the BOQ is too large and comfortable for just one person. I wish you were here. But that's the only complaint I have. I see Pete almost every day. The countryside is beautiful and the people are very friendly. There's been some fighting up north, but it seems a long way away. The spirit of the guys is top flight. I'm so proud to be part of it all. But I can't wait to get back to you and Billy. The pictures are great. Love you. Miss you. Don. My darling Don. I can't help it.
I think about you all the time. Sometimes I feel like you're not 10,000 miles away, but right here in my soul. And I have a nice heart-to-heart with you. It seems to help. Billy's fine. He's talking a blue streak. He's had a cold, but the doctor says it's nothing serious. Your last couple of letters haven't sounded like you. Are you sure you're all right? Please take good care of yourself. I never knew I could love somebody so much. I'll always love you. I'll always love you.
You lied to protect her?
And myself. I wasn't facing how insane it was. And Billy's cold got worse. First the flu, then pneumonia. It looked so bad she cabled.
But she didn't try to protect you.
No. I was going crazy. I was cut off from the person I wanted to heal most.
Sir, this is Captain Copeland, 16th Battalion outside Da Nang. I would like to request emergency leave, sir. My son has pneumonia and my wife is alone with him. Yes, the boy's very ill. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. I'll be there.
There were a lot of wounded that day. I didn't get on that flight. I didn't get on the next two. I was still waiting when I got the news. Billy Koblenz, age 2.5, dead of pneumonia.
We took him to the hospital when his fever hit 104. Put ice packs all around him to try and bring it down. John Oleander was great. He stayed with him most of the night. About 4 o'clock, his heart just gave out, and he was gone. Don, are you okay?
I guess. I've been at the airport for 16 straight hours trying to get on a plane.
You must be exhausted.
When? When's the funeral?
Day after tomorrow.
I can still try to come in. Do you need me?
Of course I need you. But there's really nothing you can do. I'll get through it.
Are you sure you're okay?
Yes, I'm okay.
You're one strong lady.
Not really. But I'll make it. Don't worry.
Listen, Pete's been discharged. He's on his way home. Call him. Honey, I love you.
I love you too.
She wanted you to come.
That's not what she said.
That's what she meant.
But how was I to know that?
And nobody's blaming anybody. She simply wasn't dealing with her pain. She wasn't ready to feel it yet.
She wasn't dealing with a lot of things. There's nothing good on. TV's worse than ever.
You're restless tonight.
So I'm restless. So what? 6 weeks out of the jungle, I've got a right to be restless.
Nobody's saying you don't.
Why are you bugging me? You're always on my back.
I didn't think I was. I am not your mother, Don.
Leave my mother out of this.
What's bothering you? I know it was tough over there, but you haven't done a thing since you've been back, and now you're laying it all on me.
You want to know what's bothering me? I'll tell you what's bothering me. You're bothering me. Why don't I get back to work? Why don't I get together with my friends? I feel like I'm not even welcome in my own house.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, too.
What's wrong with us? We don't talk anymore. I don't know how to reach you. We're not touching, we're not sharing. We're not even friends anymore.
We've been through a lot.
What was it like over there?
Horrendous. Insane. I'm still trying to sort it out.
Did you kill anybody?
No. That I could probably handle. At least it would have been personal. One man against another. We were good at killing. We killed lots of people. But from a distance. By remote control. I just don't know why we did it.
I'm glad you told me now.
It's not so bad when you can face it with somebody else. You've been through a lot, too. Can you tell me about it?
I'd like to. When Billy died, I couldn't accept it. I went through the funeral like a zombie. Pete and your mother tried to help. I was just numb.
I should have come home.
I should have let you. I was still playing Superwoman. One night, Pete came over. We talked of you most of the evening. It was so good to really talk again. Then all of a sudden, the dam broke, and I started to cry. And I couldn't stop. Pete tried to console me. I think I frightened him. Things just happen. I'm so sorry. I'm so terribly sorry.
Pardon me if I'm fresh out of sympathy. I want to get my things.
You divorced her?
What else could I do? There's a limit to what you can put up with.
There's also a limit to what you have a right to demand from other people.
Are you saying what you did was right? Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm not saying that she was wrong. Very wrong. But she didn't try to justify it, neither will I. But we can't try to understand.
I don't want to understand. My wife was sleeping with my best friend. What is there to understand?
Is it better to break up a marriage? Close your heart to someone you've loved? To condemn her? That's worse. That's much worse than anything she's done.
But it's like a rock in my stomach and I can't digest it.
You know why? Because you play God. You're so perfect and everybody else is imperfect. You're lying to yourself. All human beings fail. They all make mistakes. That's just the way it is. Admit your own failings and you may not be so quick to condemn other people for theirs. You may find it easier to accept them for what they are. Beautiful yet flawed creatures. Hey, just like you.
Should have met 6 years ago.
What do you mean?
With the divorce, it was downhill. I was losing compassion for my patients.
What's wrong with me?
Join the club. There's nothing wrong with you, just a little hypochondria. Get dressed. Friend suggested therapy. I refused. Said I could handle it myself. I couldn't. Then the clinic had to let me go. I started drinking, taking pills, uppers, downers, writing my own prescriptions. I gave up on the idea of being a doctor. I began to hate everything connected with it. And there were a series of odd jobs. None of them lasted. Once, Pete tried to see me. I wouldn't let him in. Years passed. I don't remember much. There isn't much worth remembering. Then my mother found me, asked me to help her around the diner. That was 6 months ago. I've been pretty good since then. No booze, no pills.
So now you're ready to take God on?
Yeah. I need him. I want him. Think you can find him for me?
He won't be hard to find. There's just one more thing, though.
Excuse me, Mr. Dunlap, here are the printouts. Mr. Sweeney will be in at 2 o'clock.
Karen?
Don.
We were just talking about you. I don't know what to say. I'm so sorry. I never stopped loving you.
Neither did I.
I can't believe this.
You haven't believed a lot of good things lately.
Do you think, is it
Lunch,
possible?
lunch.
Can I take you to lunch?
Take the rest of the day off.
Could I take the rest of the day off?
Good idea.
Sure. I just get my purse.
You're... You're smiling?
You're smiling.
You think God is a sourpuss? Love always makes me smile.
I felt so alone for so long.
You were never alone, Don, never.
Yes, yes, I was. You rejected me.
No, you rejected yourself. Karen and your mother, you closed them out.
I never closed you out.
You close people out, you close me out. You open yourself to people, you open yourself to me. It's a package deal.
I'm ready. Are you ready?
God, am I ready?
I can see that.
Excuse me. What do I owe you?
Paid in full.
What?
Go ahead.
Thanks for everything.
Enjoy your lunch.
What's going on?
I'll tell you all about it.